Okay, I had a lot of questions about how I slung up my LV10 from 511. Obviously, I don't got that huge sash, shoulder strap, Chewbacca thing that goes over across the chest. Yeah, I live in Hawaii, man. It is way too hot to be rocking that thing, and yeah, nah, that's not gonna work. I don't really use this as a everyday carry bag for my gear anymore because we had a kid. So if you look inside now, it is full of diapers. If you want a rundown on my loadout, I can give that to you guys later. I'm guessing the majority of you guys have money to buy 511 stuff, probably don't have kids. Okay, back to the meat and potatoes. The first thing you're going to notice is I don't have a big wide shoulder strap. You want to know what happened? That's what happened to it, right there. Get a nice good sharp knife, box cutter, whatever, slice that sucker off. You're going to have some frayed material, so you get like a 15, 20, 30 watt soldering iron. If you guys work on Kydex or you do your own stippling, I know you got a soldering iron. And you just lightly go along the edge over there, so that's all basically cauterized. You have no more frayed wires, yeah? No more frayed fabric. Same thing for the bottom. The webbing where it's anchored over here, slice that sucker off and then go over it. If you don't have access to a soldering iron, you can get something like shoe goo or amazing goop. Get a bead of that stuff and just smear it right over there. You can also use crazy glue if you have to. I don't like that because it makes it really rigid, kind of a little bit scratchy and stiff. The next thing you're gonna need are 2 key rings. These guys right over here. If you have like a small carabiner, I guess that'll do as well. This was cheap. It was on hand and I wanted to see if it worked. The bottom and the top, or if you consider it the sides, have these compression straps. That's where you're going to anchor these suckers to. So the first one on the bottom is obviously going to go over here. The second one goes on the top, and if you look at mine, I have it stitched because I want to keep this guy pretty much in this position right there. This is for convenience sake because this is the one that goes over the top of your shoulder. Again, if you don't have access to a machine or a heavy duty staple gun, I mean, if you go shooting, I know you got a staple gun. If you don't want to use that because you're worried about a rusting or whatever, fine. You can put a bead of that epoxy, clamp that sucker in place 24 hours, and this thing's going to stay right over here. So these two are now your anchor points for your shoulder sling, and this is your new shoulder sling. This came off of a LifePak 12 defibrillator. You do not need to buy a $5,000 defibrillator just to get this thing. I know you guys got that free NRA duffel bag that came in the mail with your membership, and you can liberate the strap off of that. Okay, so the first modification you're going to need to do is to get a Fastex buckle. That's the same diameter, same width rather, as a webbing, of course. It might come on the strap you've got already. The bottom, if you don't have access to a sewing machine, you're just going to cut a length of fabric that's roughly the width, the length. That's kind of close. Yeah. Okay, if you got like a credit card or a debit card or whatever, yeah, that's about the length you're going for right there. So you're going to cut maybe whatever double of this is, and you're going to fold that sucker over, and you're going to stitch it, or you're going to glue it down, or whatever it is you got to do to secure the female end over here. Yeah. Over the top comes the male end, and if you want to stitch it, staple it, whatever, you can put this little tag. That way the free end doesn't pull out. Not pulling out is the whole reason why I got diapers in this bag, but that's another story for another day. And then right around the midway point to below, so maybe about 10 inches. I got a 10-inch section of Velcro over here. I stitched it at 1.5-inch intervals, just like standard Molly webbing. It's a glow-in-the-dark patch. You don't need to worry about that for this. And having this spacing here allows you to slide the plastic buckle that came with this sucker right in place over there. I mean, you obviously got to do this on your own to determine what's most comfortable for you in accordance with the load that you're carrying. But that system was adjustable on the original 511 strap, and this allows me to maintain that customizability, if you will. It's not imperative, you know. If you wanted to stick this on some other way, I'm pretty sure you guys could figure out a way with a carabiner or something else. But that's basically about it right over there.